Hello and welcome to the Alternative Art School. It's time for Doodle Club. I really hope you are well. Welcome if you are new and welcome back if you have been with me for ages. Thank you so much for all your wonderful, wonderful comments. I read every single one and I really appreciate them. So my name is Cate Field. I release art tutorials on a Monday and a Friday, and I have a little podcast on a Wednesday called Wednesday Wandering, so you might like to tune into that. So this week I'm going to do something very, very simple. We're going to be using simple shapes, cutting out things from coloured paper, using stuff that we've used before, using stuff that is kind of left over, that kind of scraps that other people might throw away. But we are creatives, so we don't throw anything away. So, are you ready? Let's go. I really like simple ways to make art, and I also really love making art where I use up leftover bits and pieces. So I was tidying up my studio, which I do now and again, and I found these kind of leftover bits where I'd punched holes to create various shapes for various projects. And I thought, well, I am actually going to use them today, because quite often I do actually put things away for ages and then of course I forget all about them. So I thought, this is what I'm going to do. So for this week's Doodle Club, we're going to do a little bit of colour theory, we're going to do a bit of composition, but mainly we're just going to play with coloured paper. So any leftover paper card is going to be suitable. You don't need a hole punch or anything like that. I'm just using some scissors and just a glue stick. And I'm going to do this into my sketchbook because it might be that I use some of these ideas for a later project. And I already had these squares, so I'm going to use them. They're not, some of them are rectangles, they're not quite squares. They're about, what are they, about 7 centimeters, I think. Yeah, 7 centimeters. So what's that, 2 inches, that kind of shape. But you can use whatever you want. I quite like to start off with a rectangle or a square, and then we're going to do our compositions in them because I think they're quite fun. So as I said, these were kind of leftover pieces, which has been quite handy. I've done this before using post-it notes with students, so that's always good fun and very easy as well. Let's just lift that one up. Let's move a few things out of the way. I do hope you're well. I am much better. Thank you for your lovely well wishes. Still a little bit croaky, but so much better than I was. Thank goodness. So what I'm going to do is stick these onto the page, and then using my kind of leftover bits, we're going to create some interesting compositions. So I've stuck all of these on, and what I'm going to do now is to just kind of get a sample of some of the little scraps that I've got. I've also got the sort of circles, I've got a couple of hearts, I've got some triangles from the hole punches, but I'm also just going to cut up some pieces as well. So let's start with this one here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the shapes. Let me just put a bit there, and let's just do some strips first. And we're not going to use glue at the moment, we're just going to lay some of these shapes on top of the square. We're just going to play around with some composition ideas. And when I'm teaching composition, to my students. I use lots and lots of different ideas to help them understand the principles, but this I think works really quite well. So what we're doing is we're looking for balance. We're looking at how busy it looks, or how cluttered it looks, or how minimalistic it looks, but we're also looking at what we can do to make things quite interesting. Now, with a lot of composition ideas, a lot of it is based on the rule of thirds, but you know me, like all things, what are rules for? We can break the rules if we want to, but having said that, when we do put our shapes in the thirds, whether that's diagonal or vertical, there is an aesthetic balance to it which can work really, really well. So you can see I'm just playing with some ideas, and I'm quite liking them already, actually. I think it's great fun. Now I have got, so I cut out some shapes from this ages ago, and I've had some here which kind of creates these frames, and I thought they might be quite fun because we can go outside of our squares if we want to, because obviously it's yours. You do what you like. And this is what I'm saying about rule breaking. You have to understand the rule before you can break it, and it might be that actually you quite like the rule, so that's okay. It is a matter of taste a lot of the time, and that's okay. So I am never going to say to a student, no, that is wrong, but I could make suggestions, and those suggestions could be completely ignored, and that's okay. So can you see I'm kind of putting these on this double page here, and straight away I'm actually quite liking this. It's great fun. I say nothing is stuck down yet. I'm still just sort of playing around with some ideas. And what I'm going to do is to cut some very thin pieces. I think it works very well with the neon. What also works really well is if you have black squares and you put neon on top of those. So I might do that a little bit later. But can you see what's happening here? It's sort of creating some very interesting shapes and patterns. So I'm going to have a bit of a play with these. I'm going to stick them down, and then I'm going to show you how we might develop this idea into something else. So these are all stuck down now. Quite liking how they're coming together. A nice little splodge on that top bit there, but never mind. This is a sketchbook, and in a sketchbook it doesn't matter if it's not finished, and it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because it's never going to be perfect. I'm just playing around with some ideas. So what I'm going to do now is turn over the page in my sketchbook. I've put in 2 larger rectangles of this, just blue paper, and just carrying on with my kind of leftover bits that I've got here. I'm going to, on this side, see what happens if I put larger pieces. So similar to this in proportion, and then on this one I'm going to carry on using the smaller pieces. So this will be kind of much more cluttered, and I'm going to have a look to see what I can do with that. So let's just have a little bit of a play. I've just got some leftover bits here. I mean, if you haven't got any leftover bits, you can just create your shapes. But I would really encourage you not to think about it too much. The nice thing about using sort of random shapes that you've got left over is I think it kind of frees up your imagination a little bit more, and you can try different things. And I say it might be that you want to have more structured geometric shapes. It might be that you want to go a little bit more organic and try kind of curves and things like that. So you can see that I'm sort of starting to put these down. I quite liked these kind of leftover triangle bits. Just sort of cut that bit there, see where that could go. And again, I'm just going to take some time to play around with what could work, linking things, putting stuff together. And again, as I say in every single tutorial, allow yourself to play. It's so important. I'm actually thinking that I'm going to keep that one on its own, that kind of triangle bit. I quite like this idea. Now that's kind of a bit squiffy. I actually like it even more, where the yellow is coming in that gap. And the tricky thing is you kind of you place these on, and then when it comes to gluing it, you can't remember where it went. So one bit at a time, that's the key. So I am going to stick some of these together, and then we will finish off with another little trick that I like to do. So all of these are now stuck on, and I'm quite liking it. I added a few more bits over here, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start to add some patterns. Now, you might think that you just want to leave it as it is, and that's absolutely fine. You know, it's your ideas, you do whatever you want. And again, I'm just stressing that this is an idea, and I'm just seeing what it's like. I love kind of decorative pieces. It just makes me happy. So I'm just going to doodle some dots and some wiggly lines just on a few bits and see what it looks like. I think the black works really well on the fluorescent. I think that's quite quirky, quite fun. I'm using an acrylic pen here. You could use a marker pen, a fine liner pen, you know, whatever you want. I'm just going to put in just some shapes, really. Just playing around with an idea, seeing what might work or what might not. And that's fine as well. I'm doing this freehand. You could use a ruler, you could use stencils. You know, this is like a starting point of trying out things, seeing what could be fun, and then making that decision. And I do like doing this because I find it really relaxing anyway, which is always a nice thing to do. And I particularly wanted to work with some neon colours today, but you could try doing this with very neutral colours. You know, imagine what it would look like if you just did it very monochrome, perhaps just shades of blue, shades of green, or if you were to do neutral colours, you know, soft greys and beige. Again, it would have a different feel, and then that can then give you more ideas of what you could do. So this is kind of turning into a bit of a kind of a pop art type idea, that sort of 1960s British and American pop art. You've got an explosion of using neon and this kind of comic ideas, which is always good fun. That project always goes down well with my students. Just going to shade in some of these. So again, it's something that you could play around with, and you could do your own thing and just see where that goes. And then you can turn it into a finished piece. You could put these onto a canvas. You could put things into an art journal. You could write stuff around it, couldn't you? There's so many things that you could do with this sort of idea. And I do like dots. And this is what I would really encourage you to do. Just have a little bit of a play with it. I'm going to leave that one like that. Let's just go back to our original ideas. I do like this kind of scattered. It looks like it's just been thrown there. I like that idea as well. But I also like these with the circles. So I will come back to these definitely. I do hope you enjoyed it, that you've got lots of ideas, and that you are all set to explore some really wonderful shapes and compositions. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. That would be superb. And if you want to see some more, then you need to look at this one and this one. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.